Shabbat Shalom. Judaism and Jewish texts are full of facts and ideas and stories and arguments, just as this week's Torah portion, Mishpatim, rules, is full of laws. And it can be hard to keep them all in your head. And by your head, I mean my head. Because I've heard of and read about the great thinkers in Jewish history, who were the rabbis who could remember all this stuff and tie it all together. They could remember how a line in the 5 books of Moses relates to another line in a psalm, and that relates to an argument in Talmud. Well, my experience with Torah and my experience usually with art and literature and music is sometimes less like those great sages, who as children became experts in volumes of Talmud, and more like the protagonist in Adam Sandler's 51st Dates. You know, Drew Barrymore's character wakes up every day having forgotten what happened the day before. So maybe my memory isn't that shaky. But I find myself each year returning to the same Torah portions, the same Jewish ideas, having forgotten what I'd read, or seeing it in a different light, looking for something new and alive, not kind of grasping it, locking it down, and systematizing it. And that's good for keeping my interest in Torah and Jewish texts, but I will admit it is bad for mastery. Some people I know just lean toward unity. Their minds gather all the things and build it into an enduring structure for their lives over the years. And then that permeates the lives of their inspired students. But if you are like me, and your opinions shift from moment to moment or day to day, and you enjoy one thing so much and you forget that the other thing is neat too, and you just can't keep it all together in your head, I salute you. And for that sentiment, for trying to draw these things together inside and only occasionally feeling that internal consistency, I offer to you this poem by Rainer Maria Rilke. Whoever grasps the 1,000 contradictions of his life, pulls them together into a single image, that man, joyful and thankful, drives the rioters out of the palace, becomes celebratory in a different way. And you are the guest whom he receives on the quiet evenings. You are the second person in his solitude, the tranquil hub of his talking with himself. And every circle he draws around you lifts him out of time on those compass legs. Rilke imagines both an image of you with all the contradictions finally seeming to cohere into something, and then another you who is enjoying this rare moment. Judaism might say that our unity is not individual unity, but unity with the Jewish people or unity with God, cleaving to God, loving God, and that this love erases in that moment confusion and loneliness and illuminates and connects you to you, what you're supposed to be doing, your ideal self. So we are not all capable of being the great sages. I know I'm not. But perhaps if we study and talk and listen and sometimes sit in the quiet with just ourselves, we can find Rilke's tranquil hub where all the 1,000 contradictions pull together and we can be the person joyful and thankful. So, this coming week, I invite you to dwell on the Mishpatim, the rules of our Torah portion, but also your own internal threads and stories. Find a quiet evening to seek out your tranquil hub and observe where your behavior is pulling your own self. And then find the places where you think you can take action in any of the ways that these laws call for in this week's Torah portion, whatever they are, and there are a lot of them. Look inward and then act outward in one small way. Shabbat Shalom.